now I'm on the mast. Well, this is interesting. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest. And we've just arrived at this town here because I've just been doing a little bit of trading. And yeah, I know what you're saying. We're playing Chaos, right? We're not really supposed to be trading around the place too much. But I actually saw a comment that was very, very useful, because I was actually just going to, fight a couple more bandits, get to about 1,500 gold so that I could actually buy a boat, and then I was going to proceed to fight a bunch of undead pirates and all that sort of thing. That was my initial plan when it came to my progression. And then upon seeing this comment, it was like, oh, look at that. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? So yes, anyway, basically, the comment details that you can buy wool, the thing you get from sheep, and then you can sell it at this town for a pretty remarkable increase. So if we go into the marketplace here and go to the goods vendor, you can see that, well, I've already kind of eaten through all of my stuff, but you can also see that this merchant in particular has a huge amount of gold. So this is going to work out pretty nicely for us. So as you can see, I've gone around. I've got some fine wool here, and you can see here, I think I had about 1,400 gold at the end of the previous episode, and I spent basically almost all of that, as you can see. And so we're going to be selling everything. Now, I did find this. Oh yes, I found some exquisite wool, and obviously that is just insane, because I am going to get 2,100 from that, and we're just going to sell everything that we can. There we go. Alright, so that is fantastic. Thank you very much, by the way, to the person that left that comment, because that's very, very useful. And now that I've told all of you, maybe it's useful for one of you as well, dependent on if you're starting in the Chaos lands alongside me. Alright, so there you go. I'm gonna purchase a bunch. Now, there's a reason why my food is depleting a little bit quicker than normal, and that is because I actually have a bigger army as a as a bit of a supplement here. Oh, look at this. We've also found another Chaos companion. Hello there. 100, yes. Join me for 100 gold. I'm still kind of a bit unsure whether I should, recruit one of these blood letters or something. And maybe we should get one of these guys, but I'm actually unsure. What is the relationship between the Chaos and the undead like? Because I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not necessarily the greatest when it comes to Warhammer lore. I know a little bit, but I don't know a huge amount. So there's a disclaimer for you right there. Anyway, Jorka is over here, and we're gonna see if we can recruit him. I think this fellow actually has medicinal skills, so that might be the reason why I'm thinking, let's get him, shall we? Alright, so I will join you if you're the one to give me what I seek. Yeah, that's great, that's great. Isn't that oh, there we go, 100 dinars, very nice. And yeah, I think we're pretty much done in this tavern, so I can basically just leave now. And let's take a look at him. No, never mind. He is actually not a medic whatsoever. He's actually nothing by the looks of things. So this is kind of breaking our theme a little bit. The only reason why I decided to get this guy is literally just because of my hunch that he may have had medicinal skills, and it seems like he doesn't. Actually, Erasmus is the fellow that has first aid, so we're maybe going to need to do something about that. Maybe we're going to have to let the orc go, because, again, I'm going to literally just concentrate on being 100% theme accurate, as much as I can at least. So I'm just going to say we need to separate for a while. We need to part ways. And who knows, maybe later on down the line, we'll see him and we'll be like, oh, we remember that guy all the way from episode X, whatever it may be, and yeah, it would be kind of cool to get him to join us once again, just in case. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, most of the villages in this area have been looted or are being looted by the Kislev, and I was initially thinking maybe I should fight a couple of the patrols and various other you know, caravans and villagers and things like that from enemy factions, because, well, that's what we're supposed to do, you know? That's what we're supposed to do as a Chaos. So maybe it would be an idea to think about that. But at the moment, I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy a boat. Oh yes, we're going to buy a boat and we're going to see how that goes. Now, what I'm going to try and do is we're going to put Antrax right here and Raimort in the top. And we're going to put Headless Floating Mr. Erasmus over here as well. And we're going to put Ronald in as well, you know, just below those guys. So they all go in together. And who knows, maybe they're going to prove to us that they are fantastic. Oh, okay. Well, it seems like Antrax is already proving to us that he's absolutely fantastic, and he actually does have 6 strength as well. So it's basically the same as what Raimort has, but Raimort doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have a weapon. So we're going to need to get him a weapon. Now, hopefully, if we are able to, you know, track down a couple of pirates or something like that, I'm actually going to go and buy the boat in Gozlor. I think that's probably the best idea. But yeah, if we're able to track down a couple of undead pirates, maybe we'll see some Chaos Zealots along the way. That would be kind of cool, because I think they actually have some pretty decent weaponry. But speaking of weaponry, I did forget a little bit that I do have this axe. So let's give him that axe so that he can actually do something in battle nowadays. That would be kind of nice. And what we're going to try to do going forward, what we're going to try is fighting a bunch of pirates, and then after we've done that, and, you know, participated in a couple of naval battles and things like that, and you know, maybe return to Chaos Lands after that, and after our forces have leveled up relatively well, we're going to come back and we're going to get some wool from the villages, and hopefully the loot that we've gained and the experience from all of those fights is going to make it possible for us to purchase an enterprise of some sort. Now, I was going to say Weavery and Dye Works, but I'm actually unsure which is the most profitable in Warsword. It's been a while since I've played, at least until that level where I could afford an enterprise. So yeah, let's hope that we'll be able to do that. I mean, that seems to be my kind of my thought process so far on the progression of things. So let's just start speeding things up a little bit here. Unfortunately, Warsword is not the greatest when it comes to its optimization, so you might see some hitching and some frame rate issues as I speed up here, because literally it is, yeah, it's pretty bad in terms of the optimization, but that is literally just because there are so many different things happening on the map at one time, and you know, sometimes mods will try to get around that by making it so that factions don't really do too much. But in Warsword, it's completely different. The factions are all fighting each other, they're all capturing things and doing all kinds of wonderful stuff. And so I'm going to just make sure we have enough food here. Do we have enough food? I actually don't know. I actually don't know whether we have enough food. Whoa, there's a bunch of wool here. I'm going to take that, because I can sell that. Oh, wow, yeah, there's actually a huge amount. Wow, I had no idea that the towns would also have really, really cheap wool. Okay, I'm going to get some sausages, some cheese. Oh, the grapes are actually viable. Oh, that's nice. Because I was going to think to myself, oh, the grapes are only 10 a stack, but they're actually 50, which is pretty good. Alright, so let's buy a ship, and let's go on the ocean waves, question mark? I don't know whether it's an ocean, really. It doesn't seem too much like an ocean. It's more like a very large river that stretches throughout the entirety of the map. Oh, well, that's a bit weird. Anyway, let's see if we can find some undead pirates or something along those lines. And who knows, maybe we could launch an offensive. Can we actually disembark? I think we can actually disembark at any point. So if we do see something on the coast, then it might make sense for us to do that. So let's have a look here. I'm actually just going to go around. And we're just going to go around here because I've spotted a lot of undead pirates around this location, right next to Karagadroma. And I think it would make sense for us to check that out at least before heading elsewhere. But obviously if there is nothing there, then, well, that's not very good, is it? I'm actually kind of surprised. Alright, well, let's just move around a little bit here too. Are you serious right now? Maybe it's just because it's late night. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to wait until daytime, because maybe my limited spotting skill is giving us a pretty severe handicap in this respect. So maybe all I need to do is just search in the daytime. This is super weird though, because I was seeing undead pirates every... Ah, there we go. Aha. You scoundrels. They're following me actually. So they do seem to have a little bit of confidence in them, in their own abilities. So let's see if we can make this happen. Alright, so yeah, now personally I think we're going to be absolutely fine, and I think that in general these guys are not really going to be able to do too much. Wait a minute, can I... More speed! Starboard! Ah, this is awesome. Okay, so this is actually... I actually didn't realize that this was possible in Warsword, because I don't think I've ever done a naval battle in Warsword. I think I maybe have once or twice, but this is kind of cool, because I actually didn't know that it was possible to maneuver the boat itself. So that's pretty fantastic. And for those of you, by the way, that get a little bit irritated by me calling this a boat, well, that's just something you're gonna have to get used to. Oh yes. I'm just kidding, obviously. I'm still gonna call it a boat, but yes, I'm just kidding about that. Anyway, let's see if we can board them easily enough. I mean, it seems as though many of our people are actually... Yeah, okay. So, here's the thing. The naval battles are a little bit bugged, because you can see here that... oh my. Okay. What? What actually is happening right now? Okay, well, this is interesting. I'm actually unsure what's going on here, but oh, alright. Seems like one of the ships wanted to mate with the other one. Is it a first mate, though, or a second mate? Yeah, I know. Oh, am I dead? I fell through the ship. Okay, I'm gonna kill the zombie. Oh, no, okay, I'm gonna kill the zombie, if I can. Okay, this is hilarious. This is probably the reason why I have not actually done naval battles before, or at the very least done very few of them, because, well, this is exactly what happens. Oh, hello there. I'm now back on the ship. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, now I'm on the mast. Well, this is interesting. What? Okay, I have no idea what is actually going on right now. Oh, I know what's going on. Oh, okay. Okay, so basically what's happening is that the ship that the undead pirates drove into us... yeah, that... oh, hello. Yeah, anyway, that has basically caused my ship to kind of register with the game that it is not tangible. So in other words, we start to fall through it and things like that. Oh my. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna retreat because we can't really do anything, and I'm just gonna send my troops to attack. Oh wow, we actually... Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't really want to go in there again. Yeah, that's the main reason. So, oh my, that is... pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Okay, so it seems like we're going to have to use... Wow, a bandana. Am I really going to wear a bandana? This is not going to work out for me. No, it's race restricted. Okay, yeah. Anyway, point is, we're probably not going to do any more naval battles. You can kind of blatantly see why that is a bit of an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Gozlor. Maybe there'll be a ransom broker there, and maybe I'll be able to sell some prisoners, and... well, hopefully that's going to, well, work out for us, because I did spend 1,500. Bear that in mind. I spent 1,500 on that boat, and yeah, that's not really good. Humanitarian, a Bretonnian merchant, a demonette. Ah, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so ransom broker right here. Alright, so 96 per one. That's not really good, but I suppose having a boat to like walk around, to sail on is pretty good, isn't it? I think it might be pretty good. Oh well, displaced peoples? Yes, okay. the charity I work for. We have contacts in every faction in the world, even the ones who hate my race with a passion. We do not discriminate, as we believe all should have the right to a peaceful life, no matter who they are. What about my party? They may not be good fighters, but they make up the number nevertheless. What? What do you mean? What do you mean they're not good fighters? How dare you, Oakzurd? That is not very nice. Ah, well. Anyway, I'm actually wondering whether I should get the demonettes. See, look at this. They're going to join me for a pretty easy sum. Wow, look at the eyes. The eyes are very creepy. Alright, so let's have a look at the bloodletters as well. Only 900. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go in here and see if they've... no, they won't have replenished their wool stores just yet, will they? No, not that quickly. Alright, so let's just sell all of the loot that we gained from the pirates and the wonderful, non-eventful naval battle. I'm kidding, obviously. That was very eventful indeed. And so let's try to go to a couple of villages here and try and just get a couple of our marauder tribesmen back into the fold, because having a decent number army is going to maybe prevent some of the lesser things, and by that I mean like patrols and things like that, from attacking us. Ah, some more wool, very nice. Alright, so this seems to have turned into kind of a trading episode, even though that was not my intention. I actually wanted to, as I say, fight a couple of naval battles, but you can see that that was kind of not really working out too well. The only way that I think a naval battle could work is if we prevented the undead pirates from basically clipping into us. If they had not clipped into us, then I think we would have had a much better shot at not losing anyone and not falling into the actual water ourselves. So yeah, something like that would probably make more sense. But anyway, I'm going to try and find a couple of bandits, because I'd like to fight. I'm playing Chaos for a reason. I'm actually liking to fight quite a bit with this guy, so it would be kind of nice to participate in a couple more battles, wouldn't you say? Ah, well, we wanted a battle, didn't we? So we have now come across a battle between Chaos Lord Skullkraken and Boyar Ortiz. And let me just say that already we kind of know who's going to win, because the Chaos Lord has basically has an ally, and the Kislev, or was it a Kislev vassal? I think it is a Kislev vassal. He only has 10 units remaining, so I thought this would be a pretty easy victory for us, but it's literally just because I think maybe it would give some of our units the opportunity of getting a couple of kills, maybe leveling up a little bit, and if not, they're going to gain the party gain share experience thing, at the end of the battle anyway. So I think that's going to be absolutely fine. Ah, it seems like they're using horse archers. Well, of course that would be the case, wouldn't it? Ah, whoa. Look at that. That is a Nurgle Crusher. And we got some Plague Bearers as well. They're looking pretty fiendish. They are looking pretty fiendish. The Nurglings not so much, but the Nurgle Crushers, yeah, they surely are looking pretty fiendish. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to try and kill something, or maybe try to knock it unconscious, because that would then, add a little bit of extra value to this particular battle, but it seems as though our ally is just monopolizing every single opponent, which is, I don't think that's too bad, because it was technically their victory to begin with, and they're allowing me to join in kind of, well, not of their own volition, because I kind of, just interfered here, but still. I think that's okay. So yeah, there you go. There's that's not exactly what I wanted. I actually saw them when the Kislev vassal had 27, and I thought, oh, 27 against, what was it now, 45 or something along those lines? And then the Chaos units were just able to absolutely murder. So yeah, it kind of didn't make too much difference. Ah, well, look at that. It seems like he's improved his relation with us reasonably well. Ah, I get the opportunity to take him prisoner? That's pretty fantastic. Wow, I can't believe it. Okay, let's do it. There you go. Okay, so we have now advanced to level 7 as well. So let's just continue to pump our strength as much as we can. And I'm actually half thinking that I should go for inventory management just because. But I don't really want to do that. Maybe trainer skill, yeah, athletics, riding. No, nothing like that, I think. No, I think we're just going to go for another point in leadership because at the moment, I think it is kind of not really necessary, but because we are starting to get our forces leveled up pretty nicely. I mean, you can see here we have a couple of champions, and we got some, well, demonettes, and obviously a chaos troll is just absolutely crazy in terms of the amount that he's costing, but still, my weekly cost has now skyrocketed up to 714, which is pretty crazy in itself. But we're going to go over and sell our wool. I've been visiting each village along the way, and that has resulted in, hopefully, a pretty grand profit. Alright, so there you go, 2,306 gold from selling all the wool, and I think that's pretty good, so I'm just going to buy a little bit of food just to make sure that we have enough as we make our way into enemy territory. Yes, we're going to go into Kislev territory and indeed Empire territory. I was thinking of going to Bretonnian territory because it's only across the way from where Goslar is and where our ship is, and it might make sense for us to do that. But then I thought to myself, well, then we're going to be in a bit of a tough spot if we want to retreat, perhaps. So maybe fighting a couple of patrols on the border would make the most sense. Alright, so I have found a band of Kislev foragers, and now I'm not entirely sure how many units they have. As you can see, I wasn't able to really recuperate myself that much because these guys were actually venturing a little bit into the Chaos territory, so I was very, very lucky to actually get them into a fight to begin with. Because there were, I think, 2 Kislev vassals very, very close by, and they were starting to walk towards me, so I'm in a little bit of a tight spot, but I think we should be able to get away, because there is a Chaos vassal nearby, so hopefully that's going to help us out. But yeah, this is actually giving us a pretty awesome opportunity, actually, to get as much experience as possible for our forces. The Nurglings are not going to level up, however, which is a bit of a shame, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm very happy about that, but I'm just kind of happy that we're fighting humans, because I'm not a big fan of humans in kind of fantasy style mods and indeed media, because humans are kind of like, oh, you know, humans, they're just kind of normal, you know, whereas, you know, chaos and orcs and goblins and undead and all that sort of thing, it's a little bit more interesting, wouldn't you say? Well, anyway, we were able to achieve victory very, very quickly, and that is crazy in my opinion. That was so fast. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to run away now and try and trade a little bit more wool, because as you can see, we're not exactly doing that great in terms of gold. And in the next episode, we're going to fight some more patrols. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.